Welcome along to this video series where we're going to go through some of the sounds in the pack. In this first tutorial video, we're going to show you how to make the disco lead sound from the Wᴏʟᴅ song starter. In this Logic project, we have some of the loops from the song starter. Let's have a listen to them. So what we're going to do now is add the Mini Moog, a really fantastic synth for making analog style bass sounds and lead sounds. And we're going to start with an initialized patch. So our sound now is just made up of a basic sawtooth wave. You do of course have this as a MIDI file in the song starters folder as well. Okay, so let's have a look at the Mini Moog parameters a little bit. We've got the oscillator section, we have 3 oscillators. We can switch them on and off, and we can also have different volumes for each oscillator when we're layering the 3 together. We have a filter section over here, filter envelope. We have an amplifier section so we can shape the volume of the sound. So our first oscillator is a sawtooth wave, the second one we're going to put to a sawtooth wave, but we're going to pitch it 7 semitones up. So we're going to put this oscillator 7 semitones up to give us a fifth away, and then 2 octaves down, which is going to give us this kind of effect. I'm just going to detune it slightly to give us more of a kind of analog-y effect. Okay, so let's go to the third oscillator now. Bring the volume up of that. We're going to put that onto a wide rectangular mode. And this time we're going to pitch it down 5 semitones, which is actually taking it to a fifth again, but rather than go up, we're going down this time. I'm going to take this one up an octave. I've got to make sure that this oscillator follows the keyboard, so I'm going to switch that on. Of course, we're not going to hear anything unless I switch it on. Okay, so let's move over to the filter section. So I'm going to bring the cutoff quite low, so I don't have many high frequencies. I'm going to bring up my resonance as well, to resonate some of those harmonics. And I want to assign the envelope to affect the cutoff, so I bring up this amount of contour. So now I'm going to bring up my attack time, so I get a slow attack on the cutoff increase. Okay, I'm going to switch unison mode on so we get extra voices to thicken up the sound. Okay, so now we've got quite a nice rich sound going. What we're going to do is play with some pitch bend to get the notes to kind of glide upwards. Now I'll just open the piano roll and I've got this little MIDI editor view down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create these nodes so that I can make the notes glide up in pitch. At the moment it's not going to do anything because I have to tell the Mini Moog to actually have the pitch bend assigned. I'm going to make it 2 semitones so it's not too extreme. And now I'm going to repeat that for all 3 notes. Okay, so let's take this sound a bit further and send it to a bus. And what we're going to do with this bus is place on a distortion effect, in fact a guitar amplifier effect. This is a great way of adding some extra harmonics to the sound. I use Logic's Amp Designer. I'm going to go and find a preset that I like for this. It's this clean jazz fat. tweak the mic setting there. And now what I'm going to do is come and find a reverb to add after this. I'm just going to use the basic platinum verb in Logic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set the pre-delay so it's actually timed to the tempo of the track, which is 120. That means at 31 milliseconds I get a rhythmic effect from the pre-delay, which is timed. Bring down the reverb time because I don't want it to swamp the sound too much. Okay, so now I'm going to come down and add a compressor after this, and I'm going to sidechain this to the kick drum, just to get a bit of a pumping effect. Take it off auto so I can change the release time. Bring down the ratio so it's a little bit more pronounced. I'm going to put it on Studio VCA mode because it's quite responsive, which means it will respond quickly to the kick drum. Take that auto gain off so we don't automatically have gain compensation. Okay, I'm also going to add an EQ in here. I'm going to roll off some low frequencies so they don't interfere with the bass and the kick. And I'm also going to take away some high frequencies, which can help the sound stand out against the reverb. Okay, that's sounding good. You can hear that rhythmic effect going on. So now I'm just going to add a final reverb to the overall sound, just to help it kind of gel in the mix. I'm going to use this setting, large string chamber. Just bring down the reverb amount so it's not going to swamp it. And also, again, remove low frequencies. We've done reverberate very low frequencies. Okay, I'm also going to add some overall EQ on the whole channel, taking away any low frequencies. And this can help you get a nice, punchy, clear mix. If you take away all the low frequencies from the sounds that aren't the kick and the bass, it means you get a tighter mix down at the end and more headroom. Okay, so that's sounding good. Now I hope you found this video useful, and I hope you feel inspired to make your own disco leads in this way. Thanks very much for watching.